friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and hopefully sell them for a profit. Today's Monday, August 25th, and these are the items, let me rephrase that. This is the item that sold over the weekend. One sale over an entire weekend. It was a decent sale, which is good, but not what I was hoping for. So I got this out of my inventory management system and didn't take it out of the bag. This is a reversible puffer jacket, and the brand is Ivivva. We're going to talk about Ivivva in just a second, but this is actually reversible. This is a kid's jacket. I found a bunch of, I'm trying to remember what all the brands were. I think Hannah Anderson, Bowden maybe. I think I found some like Ralph Lauren stuff, and then Ivivva. I found like a pile of decent kids brands in the bins a while ago, a couple years ago maybe. And I sold most of the items and kept a few for my children. And my 9-year-old wore this all last winter. It is down-filled, and at this point I can kind of feel down. I know what it feels like. There's a little bit of like discoloration on the silver side, but other than that, it's in really good condition. When things are reversible, you want to check the pockets because that's usually where the tag is. Yeah, kiddo?
I'm done doing my creative.
Okay, no, that wasn't 20 minutes. It's got to be at least 20 minutes, kiddo. All right.
It was 20 minutes because I said it for 20 minutes.
Oh, you did? Okay. So this is Ivivva is the brand there. Okay, so, sorry, I got distracted. Shocking, I know. The tag for reversible items are often in the pockets. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. So Ivivva does not have a great sell-through rate, and like I said, we'll talk more about that in a minute. But particularly puffer jackets, and did I save down when I did the search? I don't recall. I probably should have done that for sure, but I think I just did Ivivva puffer coat or puffer jacket, and the average sale price is $31.10 with a 7% sell-through rate. Now I found one that had sold for a reversible one for $42, and there were none others listed in this particular size. And I went ahead and priced mine at $50, and it sold full price on Poshmark, which is kind of exciting. I was hoping at $50 that with 20% off offers, or I have a 15% off coupon on my eBay store, I was hoping it would sell for around $40, but since it sold for full price with my, I actually have it as a zero cost of goods. Even though I know I found it at the bins, it would have cost like, I don't know, less than $2 because it's quite lightweight with it being down. But because my daughter used it for a full year, I just said it was ours. And when I do that, I have a zero cost of goods generally. I don't think it really matters how I do that, but just for my own, like how I do things, that's how I did it. So with the zero cost of goods, my profit is $40. So when I did my shipping last, I asked if you might want to like hear more information about brands as I sell them. Now that video won't go live until tonight, so I don't know what your answer is, but I am going to go ahead and give you some information about Ivivva. Let me tell you first, if you are new or you're new to reselling, if you sell on Poshmark, you can use any priority shipping supplies. I probably could have put this in like a poly mailer and stuck a priority mail sticker on it.
Can I have a popsicle?
Sure, but you have to eat it outside. You know what? Did you eat breakfast yet? No? Why don't we try that first? There's yogurt and granola, I believe. Okay. I usually use envelopes. I don't know if I could have put this in a tie bag. I maybe could have because it smushes down real tight. But I'm out of envelopes right now. I ordered some more from USPS.com and they haven't come yet. And so I just put it in a box. Okay, that was, I don't know, maybe not enough information, maybe too much information. All right, so I did a little bit of research on Ivivva this morning. It's, if you're unfamiliar, it's a youth-oriented activewear company that was founded by Lululemon in 2009, and they kind of coined it Lululemon for tweens. So their average, like their age market was from 6 to 14 years old. It closed in 2020. They started experiencing a sales slump in 2017, and so they decided to just focus on their adult clothes. They said that they had too narrow of a target market, and they had, like, it was too high of a price point. So, you know, it was too expensive for 6 to 14-year-olds. Yeah. So they also had classes. I couldn't find too much information on this because it, you know, doesn't exist anymore. But they had classes and programs to kind of promote movement and goal setting. My question with that is, I wonder how healthy that was. Like, was it like, hey, let's move our bodies and do good things? Or was it like goal setting as like weight loss? Like, are we promoting diet culture to tweens? That makes me a little nervous. I hope that's not the case, but I couldn't find out really that much information on that. So I looked on eBay while my jacket sold on Poshmark. When I do all my comps, I look on eBay because that's where I primarily sell. And so I looked on eBay in the eBay product research tool in the seller hub, and the overall sell-through rate for Ivivva, just in general, I just typed in Ivivva, like the brand, and it has a 9.76% sell-through rate. Super, super low. This is in the last 90 days. The ASP, the average sale price, is $16.13. So I looked at like the highest sold items that sold for the most amount of money. Most of them, I mean like a good percentage of them, were lots, sets, you know, piles of, I've got like 10 leggings that sold for, I don't know, $50 or $60, something like that. A lot of that kind of thing. Sorry, coffee break. The weather, squirrel moment here. The weather has cooled down. It's fake. It's not going to last. It will get hot again, but it definitely has fall vibes, and I'm just feeling very cozy. I'm like sipping my coffee and putting my flannel on, and I had my fleece on this morning. Whew, it's feeling good. I love fall. I'm excited. All right, anyway, other than the lots and the sets, some things that sold high. There were a pair of leggings, just one pair of leggings that had like a colorful waistband. They were black leggings, and then the waistband had like a print on it. They sold for $50.99. I don't know what that was about, but it happened. There was the reversible puffer that I told you about, sold for $42. There was a backpack that sold for $40. There was a duffel bag that sold for $39.99. With the backpack and the duffel, I was like, oh, I wonder if bags might have a higher sell-through rate. So I searched Ivivva bags, and the average sale price was $21.41, but only a 5% sell-through rate. So that wasn't very good. Oh shoot, I meant to look this up and I didn't. There was a jacket called Perfect Your Practice, and that sold for $39.99. There were a pair of studio pants that sold for $34.99, and I wrote that down because I think Lululemon has an adult version of studio pants from, say, I should have looked it up. There's more things. I can constantly be looking things up, and I should have done that. So overall, there were 705 listings that sold. A little more than 250 of them sold for more than $20. 50 of them sold for about $30 or more. That seems good, other than there's 9,283 items listed. So really, low sell-through rate. I sold this jacket or this coat, and then I also found another jacket in that same like lot of stuff, and it sold for about $20, $15 or $20 a while ago. But I did look it up. I don't have any other Ivivva items listed, so my personal sell-through rate is 100%. But, you know, I think for me, probably if I find it again in the bins, or if I find it at a thrift that I'm going to use for my own daughter, I would resell that. Obviously, again, maybe not obviously. For me, it's obvious. I would resell that again. I would list it. But I think I would probably be focused more just on outerwear. Or, you know, if I found a lot of Ivivva items in the bins together, like a clump of, you know, maybe a couple shorts and a shirt or whatever, if they're the same size, I might lot those up and try to sell them. I'm wondering, I don't find it often enough to like save it. You know, if I found one item and I would save it to, you know, maybe potentially in the future find another item that's the same size that I could lot together. I don't know. I do that sometimes. Well, in the past I have done that with like running shorts or like basic Carhartt t-shirts. I've done that in the past because those were things that I found quite frequently for very like 25 cents or 50 cents. And so I could find, you know, 2 or 3 of them over the course of 6 months and lot them together and sell them to have just a better, you know, something that has kind of a lower sell-through rate. In my experience, having something lotted together will help it to sell a little bit faster. So I don't find it enough to like save it, but I would definitely buy it for my daughter. I think it's cute. My older daughter's like Lululemon, so why wouldn't my 9-year-old like Ivivva? I'm assuming I'm saying it correctly, but if I'm not, I'm not. All right, so my question of the day is Ivivva related. Have you sold Ivivva? Is that something that you have found? Tell me your experience with it. Let's chat in the comments, and I would love to hear your takes. So that's it for me today. Make sure you like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. I'll see you soon.